What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's YouTube video. Today I want to start the video with a massive giveaway that I'm doing in cooperation with Prime XBT. We are giving away 3 times $100 and I'm giving away 1-time lifetime access to our VIP channel to one of the people that sign up through my referral link that I will leave in the description down below. They deposit $500 only and they have to trade with it. The winner will be announced on April the 7th, the 3 winners I mean. Actually make that 4 with the lifetime access included as well. This is a massive giveaway and all you have to do is sign up using my referral link, deposit 500 USDT and trade with it. I can't make it easier than that for you guys. There aren't a lot of participants yet, so there's a high probability of winning this giveaway. So definitely make sure to sign up through my referral link in the description down below and make sure to win that $100 or that lifetime access to our VIP channel. Let's dive into Bitcoin, because I do think that Bitcoin chart has come down to a critical area currently. Let's actually open a Bybit chart, and what can we see? Bitcoin is still trading within the range that it put in, right? So we have our range over here, and if I switch on the range, we can see that we had our deviation below the range low, and then we had multiple deviations above the range high. Currently, Bitcoin is once again retesting the mid-range. Over here, we can see a perfect tap and a small little bounce afterwards. On top of that, this is also a very important area, because if we go from swing low to swing high and we switch on our golden pocket, what can we see? Our golden pocket is exactly aligning with our mid-range over here. Besides the golden pocket, besides our mid-range, we can also see previous resistance over here, and this was also the consolidation area that we had before we got this big impulse towards the upside, in which we took out the highs over here and over here. As you can remember in last Wednesday's YouTube video, I was telling you guys I would only be interested in a short position if we took out the highs over here. Unfortunately, when we did, I was asleep, but when we did take out those highs, and we did see a massive rejection afterwards of approximately 6% almost, which is massive. So I hope some of you guys did at least catch that play, or at least did not get caught up with trading the fake breakout. So like I said, Bitcoin has come down to a critical area currently, and I think as long as it holds on to this area, and on top of that, if we switch on our key levels over here, as long as it holds on to our golden pocket and our Monday mid level, which is also a critical level, as you can see, previous resistance, right? And in the past it has been support a lot of the times, and also resistance over here, so definitely critical level as well. I think as long as Bitcoin holds on to the 27.5 and the 27k area, which is this imbalance over here with our invalidation below the low over here, I think we should see probably one last push to take all of the liquidity that is above the high over here. I've been explaining in my previous updates on Twitch and in the live stream in our free Discord that yes, there was a lot of liquidity above these highs, but the wick above the highs over here was so fast that I don't really think that market makers really got the time to fill their short orders, which means there's a lot of leftover liquidity in the area over here, which should be a nice little area for the market makers to push the price towards that area, start consolidating, start distributing, in which they can fill their bigger sell orders, they can fill their bigger short orders, and from there, that should be a potential scenario to go down again towards my main target of 25.5 towards $25,000. So currently, personally, I would prefer to look for longs within this area over shorts. Does that mean I'm blindly going to ape into any long positions? As you all know, obviously not. We always want to wait for the confirmation before we start looking for any type of longs. So we have come down to critical support area indeed, but right now we want to see certain confirmations. I've always been telling you guys, you don't want to look for longs when we put in that first low. You always want to wait for a sweep of that first low, and after that sweep you want to wait for a break of structure with momentum, in which That gives us the confirmation that we can enter a long on the higher low play. Second potential scenario could be that we get a sweep, another lower high, another sweep, break of structure, enter on the high low, target the range high. This is called a 3-drive pattern. That is the second potential confirmation that we can look for. So two potential confirmations that I'm waiting for, patiently waiting for Bitcoin to develop its price action or for Bitcoin to reclaim the Monday high, weekly open and daily open over here. If we get a reclaim of that, consolidate above, that should be a nice long trigger to target the previous week high and to target all of the liquidity above the high over here, in which, yes, it is a more risky position, but you can put your stop loss below the low over here. Two potential trade scenarios that I'm waiting for. Either wait for the sweep or wait for the reclaim, consolidate above, ascend it towards the previous week high and the liquidity above the high over here. Very clear, right? Definitely a very interesting area that Bitcoin has come down to right now. Definitely an area to keep an eye on in the upcoming day. Do keep in mind, guys, that we do have the monthly close today and we have the quarterly close today. Very important day, and usually during these monthly and quarterly closes, we do have a lot of scam moves. So keep that in mind, that we can have a lot of scam moves. So personally, I would be very, very careful with taking any trades today, especially since we are also going into the weekend tonight. Keep all of that in mind. Keep your risk in check if you do take any trades, and always let the trades come to you and never ever chase the trades. The second chart that I want to look at is ARB. I do think this is probably one of the most interesting charts out there currently, in which we can see that we had this very clean range over here. So let me mark out the range and let's extend it to the right over here. What can we see? We put in our range high over here, range low over here. Mid-level is beautifully being respected at all times, right? So beautiful respect of the mid-level. We had a beautiful deviation that I actually called on my Twitter over here, in which I said if the deviation is confirmed, we will send it towards the mid-range, which got tagged over here, and the range high. You can check that back on my Twitter. I did call this entire move when we were trading over here. I said we would get a deviation and I said we would get a run towards range high. Also, we got a breakout out of that range high, in which over here it held on, and over here we are getting a beautiful and perfect retest. So as long as this range high holds, we can target potential new all-time highs, which is quite the increase, right? So from this range high towards new all-time highs is the increase of almost 20%. But we also know that we want to wait for the right confirmations before we are going to step into any trades. So for that, we are going to the 15-minute time frame, and I want to switch on our key levels. What can we see? We also have our current year mid-level over here, and we have our Monday high level over here. The potential trade scenarios that I'm looking to trade on ARB are quite similar compared to Bitcoin. I know that there are going to be a lot of stop losses below the low over here. Why? Because people think, okay, we have a perfect retest of that range high. Let me long it over here. Let me put my stop loss over here, because we also have that Monday high level to cover it. So there's going to be a lot of liquidity over here. This is where we got a very nice sweep already. So that is also the piece of price session, in my opinion, that we don't want to lose. We want to hold on to that level. So what I'm potentially looking for, because we put in a lower high over here, I'm waiting for the 5-minute time frame to get another dive towards the downside, take the liquidity below, maybe even consolidate a little bit below the range high, in which people get bearish again, looking for a deviation, looking for a reclaim, looking for a break of structure with momentum, and in that case we have a free long position that we can enter around that current year mid, around the reclaim of the Monday high and the range high. Invalidation is very clear below the low over here. First target would be to take out the high over here, and second target, like I said, would be to take out the all-time high. That could offer a massive RR. So let's say we target that all-time high, which is also the previous week high, and we do get some kind of a setup like this, like I just potentially drew out, mapped out. We can offer us a massive RR of approximately 6.68. Like I said, still a lot of work to do, but definitely one of the most interesting altcoins out there. Wait for the deviation, wait for the bigger plays to accumulate their buy orders over here, reclaim with momentum, enter in the higher low, and send it towards the upside for ARB. Very, very interesting chart. Little bit similar as to Bitcoin. Both of them are very interesting. Ethereum is definitely showing some strength finally compared to Bitcoin, which means that if Bitcoin goes for another one of this high, I think altcoins will be ready for a big rally of approximately 25 to 30% for some of them. Definitely interesting to keep your eye on the strongest altcoins, which currently in my opinion are Chainlink, ARB, Phantom and AVAX. Definitely keep an eye on those if Bitcoin starts running again. But as I always say, wait for the right confirmations, be patient and let the trade come to you. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to join that giveaway that I talked about at the beginning of the video. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Make sure to join our free Discord. And if you have any questions, you can ask me all the questions that you want and I will always be there to answer them for you. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you guys on Monday's video. Ciao, ciao.